Listen up, mate. There's a lot brewing in paradise today. From a proper challenge laid down to Kelechi Iheanacho, to big questions hanging over Brendan Rodgers' summer business. And trust me, the last story is the one that's going to blow it wide open. You'll know want to miss that one, believe me. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 1,000 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 1,500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. So here's the thing, mate. We've got our man Kelechi Iheanacho, the big name who came in with all the promise in the world, and he's starting to show we flashes of what he can do in a green and white shirt. You saw him in Belgrade, sharp as a tack with that finish, and then cool as you like from the spot against Killie and Motherwell. The lad's got talent, no doubt about it. But Chris Sutton, our very own Celtic legend, he's thrown down the gauntlet a bit, hasn't he? Says he wants to see more from the big man's movement, and you can what? He's no wrong. You can tell Iheanacho's got that striker's instinct. His link-up play's tidy, his touch is neat, but sometimes you just want him to move, to attack that box like a proper Celtic forward. He's no lazy, just needs to get that sharpness back, aye? Sutton even mentioned he's been through a tough spell. Sevilla, Middlesbrough, not exactly the kind of places that fire up your career these days. But now he's here in Glasgow under the paradise lights with the noise of the fans behind him, and you can see it. There's a wee spark again. And mate, that celebration against Motherwell, come on! You saw him flying off the bench like he'd scored it himself. That's the passion we love to see at Celtic. That's the fire Sutton's talking about. If he keeps that energy and adds just a wee bit more aggression in the box, I tell you, he could be a nightmare for defenses across the league. The laddie's got the tools. It's just about timing, confidence, and maybe a wee push from the gaffer to get him flying. But here's what I want to ask you, and did he hold back in the comments? Do you think Iheanacho's really the man to lead the line for Celtic? Or are we still waiting for that proper striker who can bring back the thunder in front of goal at Paradise? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jay it, lolly, till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts. So let's talk about the young lad, Jahmai Simpson-Pusey, shall we? The boy came in from Manchester City with all the hype. Premier League 2, Player of the Year, big future ahead. Everyone thinking he'd be knocking on Brendan Rodgers' door for a first-team spot straight away. But as it turns out, football's no as simple as that, is it? Instead of strutting his stuff at Paradise, he made his first appearance for the B team on Friday night out in the Challenge Cup against East Fife. 90 full minutes under his belt. Good TC, but let's no sugarcoat it. The result was rough. 5-3. That's neither the kind of debut anyone dreams of. Still, I'll give the lad some credit. He's here to learn, to adapt, to toughen up to Scottish fit bar. You can train all you want at Man City, but it's no the same as taking a few kicks on a cold Friday in Fife, is it? That's where you learn what real football's about. Mud, sweat, and a few bruises. The word is City Arena panicking either. They're no recalling him in January, just letting him settle in, get used to the pace, and hopefully by the time the fixtures start coming thick and fast after the international break, he's ready to step up and give us some proper depth in defence. Now, I can already hear some folks saying, why bring in a lad from City if he's no going to play with the first team? But you've got to remember, he's just 21, and Brendan Rodgers likes his defenders to understand the system before he throws them in. The boy's got talent, no doubt, and if he's got the right attitude, which it looks like he does, he'll come good. He just needs a wee bit of patience and a few solid performances to prove he belongs in that famous green and white. But tell me this and be honest, do you think loan signings like Simpson-Pusey should be used to develop for the future, or should Celtic only be bringing in players who are ready to make an impact right now? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's guy it. Loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Peter Grant's no exactly mincing his words this week, is he? The man's hit the nail square on the head. He's looking at Brendan Rodgers and saying, what's going on with some of these summer signings? And to be fair, you can't really blame him for asking. We brought in a few lads late in the window, Balikwisha, Tunekti, Iheanacho, solid enough additions, giving us a bit of life up front. But then you've got others, Shin Yamada, Hayato Inamura, and young Simpson-Pusey, and honestly, it's got folks scratching their hides. Grant's main point is a belter. If you've gone and sanctioned these signings, how in the name of paradise are they no even in the Europa League squad? He's right. We're no talking about bands straight out of the academy. These are grown men supposed to be ready to contribute, yet they're watching from the stands. And for Grant, that just doesn't add up. He even said he'd be surprised if Brendan himself had greenlit that. And I've got to admit, it's a fair question. Look at Shin Yamada, for example. The lad came over from the J-League, full of energy, scored a few goals back in Japan, but he's barely had a sniff here. Inamura, 23 years old, but you'd think he was a youth prospect given how little he's played. And then there's Simpson-Pusey, big loan signing from Manchester City, Premier League 2 Player of the Year, yet he's playing for the B team against East Fife. That's no quite the impact anyone expected. Now, maybe there's a plan we're no seeing. Maybe Rodgers is playing the long game, building these lads up slowly, so they're ready to shine after Christmas. But here's the thing, mate. This is Celtic. There's no time for experiments when trophies are on the line. We need players who are ready to fight for the badge. No one's who'll take months to adjust to the cold rain at Sucky Hall Street. So I've got to ask you this, and I want you to be honest. Do you think Brendan's transfer strategy has been smart this summer, or has he made a proper mess of it? Because right now, it's starting to look like we've signed a few lads just to keep the accountants busy rather than the scoreboard. Hit that subscribe button. Ladders, let's giant loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs.